This is the intro video for Plato's Apology of Socrates. Socrates lived back in 470 BC. His work in philosophy changed the way that people thought. He said that everything is open to question, even questions are open to question. His approach to philosophy was to ask questions to get to the essence of things, not an actual answer. This is where we got the Socratic seminar. For example, he'd go up to the leader of a city and ask the question, "What is justice?" In the process of the conversation, as Socrates continued asking questions, he ends up revealing that the person being interviewed really doesn't know what he originally thought he knew. Making authority feel stupid can be a very dangerous position to hold. He taught his students to question authority, be it teachers, parents. Irritating government officials and authorities in the city can also be a very dangerous position to hold. One day Socrates was told to go and arrest a man. He began questioning the man and returned to the city council without the accused man. When asked why Socrates didn't arrest the man, Socrates responded that the man didn't know that what he did was wrong. Socrates believed that no one knowingly does wrong, that if they truly understand that what they're doing is wrong, if they truly understand the implications, then they don't do that thing. Interrupting the social order of the city can be a very dangerous position to hold. Ultimately, much to his students' dismay, Socrates was charged for corrupting the youth and not following the established religion. Had he agreed to the terms of the court, he could have gone free, but their terms were inconceivable to Socrates. He could have just stopped asking questions, but he responded that the unexamined life is not worth living. When asked what his punishment should be, he advised that he be treated to a feast. His accusers didn't laugh. He then suggested that he pay a fine, again a punishment found insufficient. He refused to be jailed. He agreed to drink hemlock. The poison numbs the body from the toes up, causing respiratory failure and death. Most of this information we learned from Plato, his student. Plato documented many of Socrates' conversations, and even used Socrates' fame to gain popularity for his own philosophies. In the account of Socrates' apology, Plato documents the speech that Socrates gave upon his trial. This isn't an apology in the modern sense. It's a defense for his own behavior, and you'll find some interesting commentary about his actions and his death in this excerpt. Many people think that Socrates looked very pug-like. For our convenience, we'll use this adorable pug to review ethos, pathos, and logos. This pug is saying, "I'm such a good pug. This delectable cracker is right here, and I'm trustworthily guarding it. I know how to maintain self-control in moments of delicious crisis." That's an example of ethos. Look again at this dear, sweet pug. Pug continues to say, "Look how adorable I am, not to mention how clearly starving I am." Pug will then proceed to cry to illustrate how hungry and miserable she is. That's an example of pathos. Then Pug will go logos mode and provide statistics on how many pugs per year die from starvation and a convincing explanation of the dietary needs of pugs to include crackers left on the couch. Pug has now effectively convinced you to let her have the cracker. As you read Plato's Apology of Socrates, you need to keep up with a chart on ethos, pathos, and logos. Document examples from the text that illustrate each of the appeals. Enjoy reading the story. Slow yourself down when you hit parts that you're not sure that you understand. And use the questions that are in the book to make sure that you understand what you're reading.